the best, number one and nothing less. Lead me to my destiny. I have waited patiently. I have vision, oh I believe. I know I can count on me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up. Here we go, it's getting close. Now it's just who wants it most. It's just life, that's how it is. 'Cause we have our strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I have vision, oh, can't you see? I'm on the move, make way for me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up.
Another Monday afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us, as always, on Fair Play. Fair Play, as you already know, is that program that comes to you every Monday between 12:30 and 1 o'clock in the afternoon here on NTA Channel 12, Uyo, your dependable station. We bring you everything sports. At this time, it's looking like there is very little to talk about. Well, guess what? There is so much to talk about. Football does not end. And of course, football is played right here in Uyo. From wherever you are, football is played. I mean, across the country, football is played. Across Africa, football is played. Across the world, football is played. And we're going to bring you everything football. We're going to bring you other sports as well. My name is Dianime Uko. Good afternoon and welcome. I'm not going to be doing this alone. I have my friend, my brother, and always my standby guy, John Paul Alumona. Good afternoon, John Paul, and good to have you join me.
Good afternoon, Dianime, and good afternoon, our viewers. Nice to be here again to discuss football and sports generally.
Okay, so like I did say, so much to talk about. We will not start from home, but we will end right here at home, where, as was expected, the management of Akwa United, Dakada, and of course 2 other Akwa Ibom State teams have been dissolved by the Akwa Ibom State government. And that, of course, we already know the reason is because these teams never really had it good during the season, and including Dakada, not like they're relegated, they're still in the NNL, but of course there's need. We had made calls, we had made advocacies that there should be a rejigging of the management of these clubs. Finally, the big stick has been wielded by the Akwa Ibom State government. So today, as we speak, none of Akwa Ibom State's 4 teams has a management. We're going to be discussing that. Also, there's the Club World Cup, the FIFA Club World Cup that is ongoing in the United States of America. We have 4 teams from Africa representing the continent there. How are they faring? John Paul Alumona and myself will be bringing you up to speed with how teams are doing there. And also away from that, the Women African Cup of Nations called Morocco 2024. That's not a mistake. Morocco 2024. Yes, that was supposed to have held last year, but because of a lot of circumstances, you know, it's African football, it's been pushed to this year. And the team for the Super Falcons has been released. We have a team list. Today, our Super Falcons will be taking on Portugal in a friendly, and on the 29th, they'll be taking on Ghana as part of preparations for that particular tournament. Will they live up to expectation as usual, or has the Nigerian factor finally caught up with them? We will be discussing all of this and more in the next, call it 25 minutes. John Paul, let's begin from the National Sports Commission congratulating, of course, good news. So it's congratulations. It's a good place to begin the conversation. Congratulations to our men and female Nigerian flag football teams. Of course, they emerged the winners. So what does that portend for us? It's a good place to begin the conversation.
Yes, it is a good place, Daniel. You know, when Nigeria win, we all win and we all smile. So it's a good one that they've won at that level. And then we believe, we hope to build from there. It will progress to the Super Falcons in the African Women Nations Cup. It will move to the Super Eagles qualifying for the World Cup, and also the AFCON that is coming up in December and January. So the winning is a good one, and the flag of Nigeria that is being lifted. So it's a good one for us. And then in a country where we are battling some internal crisis, insecurity and all that in the Middle Belt and all that part of the country, if we win like this, you see that we are coming together, and the people will have something to cheer for. We have something to be happy about as Nigerians, and congratulations to the flag football
teams. And this tournament did happen in Cairo, Egypt. And so in faraway North Africa, a Nigerian contingent, both the male and the female team, made Nigeria proud. The golden moment for Nigerian sports as both teams brought home back-to-back gold. So it means that, of course, they had in the last edition won gold, lifted Nigeria high up there, flying our flag very high on the African continent. These are the things that we expect to see.
Yes, just as I said, it's a good one, you know. And then if you notice, the flag football competition is not very popular, and being the most populous nation, black nation in Africa, winning this one is also giving publicity and prominence to this competition. That in the next couple of years, people will now know about it. Yes, so that is it. It's a good one. Congratulations to them, and congratulations to Nigerian National Sports Commission and Nigerian football generally.
Okay, so it's also a good thing to celebrate this contingents. Normally, we get to see football stars when they go win trophies, maybe at the African level, at the world level. When they come back, we see some states gather them,
to
celebrate them, receive them, give them money, give land. We've seen that in some cases. Sure. At the national level, the players, the contingents will be given national honors. So we should at this point, or we are at this point calling for the states where these respective players come from to gather and receive them. The National Sports Commission, of course, that's the federal government through the National Sports Commission will welcome them, give them that rousing welcome. Then the federal government through the president will gather them and of course give them some national honors.
Yes, and do the right thing. It will also be a morale booster and also help. You know, over the weekend we heard news flying about Favour Fili applying to change her allegiance
to Turkey
and all that. And then remembering what happened to Favour Fili in the 2020 Olympics. Even 2020 Olympics, she also had issue. They dropped her name in 2024 Olympics. They also did not list her for 400 meters.
Yes,
why she
and that's usually her very big, very big stage.
Yes, and the allegation was that the people that removed her from that competition wanted to, you know, corner her allowance and whatever. You remove the player's name from an athlete's name from competition, and you don't tell her. And you now say you wanted.
And she showed up.
Yeah, I wanted her to rest. It was because you don't want her to run for 100 meters and 200 meters. And she's the one that qualified for both. You know, in Nigeria, we give some lame excuses at times that are not obtainable anywhere. And now she has applied to go for Turkey, allegedly at the same time, because it has not been confirmed. But based on
she had a competition yesterday and still flew the flag of Nigeria.
Very well, and I think she took second yesterday and all that. So if we have our officials, federal government agencies celebrating people that are doing well, it will go a long way in encouraging others. Even some Nigerians that were born abroad, they can, you know, commit their international future to Nigeria if they are being celebrated, if their welfare is being taken care of, and if the insurance scheme is there for them in case they have injury and all that. So it's a good one for them.
Well, I remember speaking with you and of course one of our colleagues, Moses, before this particular before the program about one of our brothers from Ikorekone who currently plays for Armenia.
Yes.
No, I'm not talking about a club in Armenia.
I know, Armenian national team.
He plays for a club in Armenia.
He's an Armenian international.
He's an Armenian international.
Yes, he's a good one.
I mean, you can imagine the array of stars, the array of talents that abound that we just let go because of our attitude towards certain things.
So if opportunity comes, they don't even pick the right people. They don't pick the best. They don't pick anybody available and do slots. And then good players that would have done the country proud will not be taken. It's as bad as that. So I don't blame the guy that is playing for Armenia. The good thing is that he comes out comes
Of course, he comes back home.
and he comes back with dollars and all that, which is a good one. So I'm happy for him. And if we begin to mention Nigerians, many Nigerians that play, even Adebayo that you know,
Yes.
he's a Nigerian.
Of course.
But he committed his international future to
Togo.
Togo and all that. So because, another thing is that because of our population and large number, the Super Eagles may not even accommodate all of them.
Well,
Yes.
you go to
know.
a team in the US. You find a lot of Chukwuemekas.
Of course.
You find a lot of Adebayos. You go to the US team. Across Europe, you find Nigerian names, and these are not names that are intertwined with English.
No,
they are very poor local names. So you already see them. You go find them. You go check them out online. You find out they are children of Nigerians.
Yes.
Who have Nigerian nationality, but they have decided to pitch their tent elsewhere.
Even the 2024 Olympics, you could see that we had like 7 Nigerians that won medals across.
I saw one from Italy. I saw one fly the flag for France.
Yes.
I saw one for Germany. And you can only imagine how many medals Nigerians
would have gotten.
Would come
I
back.
remember we didn't get a single medal. Maybe if you have forgotten, we didn't get a single medal in that competition. Yet we had like 7 people that won medals for other countries.
Well,
are we moving forward or backwards?
Well, at this point, in Nigeria we pray a lot.
Yes,
so we will keep praying, and of course we will keep advocating that the federal government will do the right thing.
And even not only the federal government, even the people,
Yeah.
the officials that are there.
They represent the government.
Yes, they should do the right thing.
Government. Because if they do what is right, of course we will have all of these talents come back home
and represent
and
Nigeria.
We will have a good
Imagine if we just 22 years, and now if that
imagine the talents.
Do you understand? If that application is approved now,
will
see
lose
her
her.
wearing red also.
We'll lose her.
So we need to do better.
Away from that, we will head very quickly to the United States of America, where the FIFA Club World Cup is happening. So far, there's been a round of 2 matches played across the groups. If the group can be put up there on the screen so that we can see exactly how the teams are faring, that's exactly the group there we have on the screen.
Group A.
Yes. In Group A, we have Palmeiras, we have Inter Miami, we have Porto, and we have Al Ahly. Al Ahly is that of Egypt.
Yes.
In Group B, we have Botafogo, we have PSG, we have Atletico Madrid, and we have Seattle Sounders. In Group C, we have Bayern Munich, we have Benfica, we have Boca Juniors, and we have Auckland City FC. Now, the Auckland City FC is that Australian team we did talk about last week that did lose 10-0 to Bayern Munich.
Yes.
Guess what? They played their second match against Benfica and they lost by 5-0. So far,
they've gotten 15.
Yeah, they've considered 15 goals. But you know what? This is a team, like we said last episode,
program, yes, last week,
that are not made up of professional players. But so far, because they have appeared on this tournament,
stage,
they have made millions of dollars for themselves. So with this money, they'll be able to go put their house in order, maybe go see how to better their lot, and of course they'll do better. In Group D, we have CR Flamengo, we have Chelsea, we have Esperance of Tunisia. That's another African team. Then we have LA Galaxy of US. In Group E, we have River Plate, we have Inter Milan, we have Monterrey, and we have Urawa Red Diamonds of Japan. In Group F, we have Fluminense, we have Borussia Dortmund, Mamelodi Sundowns, another African team. I think this is one South African side that started very well. Yeah. They gave us that 3 points, and of course we had so much of hope. Then Ulsan HD. In Group G, Juventus, Manchester City, Wydad AC of Morocco. Very unfortunate. So far they've not gotten any point. Then Al Ain FC. Then in Group H, there is Real Madrid, Salzburg, Al Hilal, and CF Pachuca. So far, 4 African teams. They failed to do us proud. Yes,
they have not failed.
Some of them, like
Wydad
AC, that has not gotten haven't gotten any point. We have Mamelodi Sundowns that so far have gotten 3 points. Of course, 2 matches, so they've won 1 and they've lost 1.
So it's not bad.
No hope is lost here because they have still 1 more round to go.
And I heard that even though they lost 4-2 or so,
yes,
to Dortmund, they gave them
a good run for their money. I watched that match and I was very impressed.
Yes,
very impressed.
It's actually a good marketing for African teams, because ordinarily one would have expected even the team Auckland to come from Africa, a team that will be losing like 10-0, 5-0 and all that. But at least, in all fairness, our teams, African teams, I mean, they've done well relatively compared to the facilities in other parts of the world. So if Sundown and maybe the Wydad Casablanca of Morocco, if they can actually push, they may do well in the remaining matches.
I am also hoping and looking forward to seeing. Maybe after this particular tournament, maybe the next will come to Africa, because it's FIFA related.
Yes.
In fact, it's a FIFA organized tournament.
Definitely, they will bring it to Africa someday. So it cannot be just like World Cup. 2010 World Cup was the first time that it's coming to Africa, and they also proposed maybe before 2030 ends, then we may have African World Cup. Yeah. But for this Club World Cup, maybe next 2 editions maybe
in Europe.
Yes,
because this is the
I think this first.
This is the first in this
format. Yes.
That has a format of the World Cup,
yes.
Having teams from across the world play in groups. Yes. Usually we used to find big teams just go to play the semi-final and final. But this time we're hoping to see sometime when it will come to Africa. And of course we already have veritable grounds where this can hold.
Of course.
In North Africa, South Africa. Of course, they have the good facilities to host this, so we're looking forward to having them. Now, I know that maybe after the US, why is it happening in the US? FIFA has clarified that it is for marketing purposes, and because they want to also break new grounds in the US. Let's not forget that the US is not big on football.
No,
the US is big on basketball, rugby, and of course some other sports.
Yes.
So they now want to also get the buy-in of the US market. And of course there is the big, I think apart from Europe, US is the next biggest market.
No doubt.
In terms of looking for those who will invest, for investors. Yes, so I think that is also a consideration. I'm hoping that by the time it will turn to Africa, all the biggest investors will be available to make this happen for us.
Sure. And the likes of South Africa, Morocco, Tunisia,
Algeria, Egypt,
they will be ready to grab it.
So we're looking forward to also having that. Away from that, there is also the Troost Ekong charity match, which of course did hold in Lagos. Recall that last year there was the Troost Ekong Charity Foundation match, which held here at the Gospel Akpabio International Stadium in Uyo, and of course it did gather the who is who in African football, and of course across the world, and of course in the entertainment industry. The second edition happened over the weekend on Saturday in Lagos. And of course let's bring you up to speed with that report. We had our own man Olumide Eguntola, who captured the highlights of that star-studded match. And of course, the report will be on our screen anytime from now.
Super Eagles captain William Troost Ekong demonstrated his readiness to give back to the Nigerian society that made him through his charity match played in Lagos between Team Troost Ekong and Team Celebrity. The match, which attracted serving and former Super Eagles players, ended 6-4 in favor of Team Celebrity, captained by the chairman, National Sports Commission, Shehu Diko.
Ekong is doing something very, very brilliant and setting the pace. He's a captain, so he's doing something leading from the front. And I think with the effort he's putting together, he can be able to get a lot of resources that he can now be able to give back to the society and motivate others coming up and also support others who doesn't have. So it's quite amazing, and that's why we are all here to support him.
Happy to see that even despite the fact that he was not born and brought up in Nigeria, but he tried to associate with Nigeria to really show the world that he's a real Nigerian. And then he come with that idea last year, and we feel we have to support him because we know it will impact more to our young talent at the grassroots.
And I think there's also so much power in sports, and that's the thing that we're trying to harness for the foundation. It's not about creating football players, it's about allowing young people to dream and to do something bigger and better than what they believed in. I could have never imagined having a charity game on this scale, and I'm really proud, and really proud of all the Nigerians who've come together here for a good thing. It's not about the next charity game. I think it's about what we're going to do now with the money that we've raised, how we're going to help people. This is the glamorous side, and the other side is when we get to Uyo this week, we're going to see all the people that need all the help. So it's very different night and day, and I think we're just trying to bridge the gap and balance what we're doing here.
He has shown to the whole world that he has to give back to his community. And I want to advise the younger one to emulate what Ekong has done today. It shows you have this type of player, we need a lot of them in this country. Ekong has served and is still serving, and God willing, he's going to lead us to the World Cup by God's grace.
The players commended Troost Ekong for the initiative targeted at the untapped talents at the grassroots.
Most of us here, we came from the wood, like always giving back, you know. Like Akon is doing charity, some other players are doing something different, you know. Giving back to where you came from is a blessing, you know, because you can, before you get to this certain point, they really help us in life, you know, like make us a better person, a better man. So for us giving back to them is a blessing, and we're happy doing all this.
This is to inspire youth, to inspire people that dream to play football. Seeing people who's coming around, not only taking pictures, but believe in yourself and know that nothing is too big in life.
Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu performed the ceremonial kickoff of the match, which had sports authorities in Nigeria and football fans across different parts of Lagos in attendance. The William Troost Ekong Foundation Charity March will, among other things, support underprivileged children to realize their dreams. In Lagos, Olumide Eguntola, NTA Sports.
John Paul, this is the kind of thing we love to see. We love to see our superstars come around,
Yes.
do justice to back home, and of course, not just about bringing the goodies, but seeing how to also raise young ones of their own kind.
Sure.
This is for Troost Ekong. We did see that of Wilfred Ndidi. We also did see one in Abia State, Chukwueze. And I think Victor Osimhen also did a similar thing.
Yes,
We've also seen Ejuke do stuff like that. Yes. So, I mean, these are the things that we want to see.
Exactly. It's a good one, and I'm happy that Troost Ekong, he is leading by example. Being the current Super Eagles captain, he's leading by example. He started that foundation last year to give back to the society, and it's bearing a good result, if I must say. You know, I learned he's also having a competition in Uyo.
Yeah, that's currently ongoing.
And then this one in Lagos to raise funds, because the idea of Lagos, you may wonder, is to attract sponsors. You know, you can't compare a competition holding in Uyo and Lagos. We have bigger companies in Lagos. We have people that are ready to sponsor events more than here. So I have started it at home in Uyo last year. Doing it in Lagos this time is not out of place. And I'm also very, very happy with the kind of solidarity we are seeing from our superstars, even those in the entertainment industry. I saw what Shaggy and Boniface they were doing on the field and all that. It's a good one, and I'm happy that others are taking from them. Ndidi did it. Chukwueze is doing in Abia, and it's a good one, giving back to society, remembering that remembering where they came from, and trying to encourage younger people, younger generation to, you know, to have hope in future. So it's a good one.
And we've also seen people in government. We've seen
the governor
of the NFF. We've seen the governor of Lagos State.
And
we've seen the chairman of the NSE. I mean NSC.
Yes.
Can we see this happen just everywhere?
No, it's good. As they've started it, Ekong being the captain, and then some of these players that have also gone to participate in the competition will also be thinking of something like this. And then, you know, Ekong is among those that are in the departure lodge, as they call it, as far as Nigerian football is concerned. But the younger ones coming in are seeing what they are doing. Musa is not being left out. He's also doing very well in Kano and all that. So the younger ones are seeing what they are doing, and they will keep on pushing in that direction. And it will be good for us as a nation.
Very quickly, let us move from here to the Super Falcons camp, our female team, where the list is out. Can we put the list on the screen so that everyone can see? The list is already out, and today there will be a match against Portugal in preparation for that particular tournament. There will also be a match on the 29th against Ghana, also in preparation for the WAFCON tournament. Like I said, it's called Morocco 2024.
Yes.
Well, of course, we are in 2025.
It's a good one. The date, we all know that apart from the logistics they've encountered, as far as the world sports and competition football is concerned, or are concerned, the 2020 COVID actually affected the dates of most competitions. So at times you hear AFCON 2022 holding in 2023 and all that. It may be confusing, but that is the situation. We know what they call it. These people did what we call new normal. COVID brought about new normal. So seeing these dates is not out of place. So it's a good one, and I'm particularly happy with the kind of players that were listed for the competition proper. You know, having our Ashley Prompter coming back, and I mean a lot of them. And now I tell you, this competition, we may just go back and take it home.
Well, that is my prayers, because looking at the star-studded team, we already have the list.
Yes.
Everyone you would think of currently
is
now
there.
in female football, we
there.
have them on that list. So we expect that, as always, our Super Falcons have always dominated African
football.
So we expect that, of course, they will make us proud
as
and they will
usual.
come back with the diadem as usual. Very quickly, too, let us come back home because we are fast wrapping up. Akwa Ibom State government has dissolved the management teams of 4 teams in Akwa Ibom State. Like I did mention earlier.
All the state teams, just put it that way.
Yes,
because
all the state teams.
Ibom Youth,
Yes,
Ibom
Angels,
Dakada FC.
Beautiful.
You know?
So
and then beyond just dissolving them because of maybe poor performance, I think most of the management, they've served out their tenure.
They have.
They've done well. It's timely. The Akwa Ibom State government doing that is a good one, and I believe that with this step they've taken, they are ready, both in words and in deeds, to reposition Akwa Ibom State football.
Well, especially given that Elder Paul Bassi, who was the chairman of Akwa United at the time, today sitting at the helm of affairs as a commissioner of sports, he knows exactly what is lacking in this team.
Exactly.
He knows exactly what the people are saying. He knows exactly where the shoes are pinching, and he knows who to bring in. So we expect that now that the 4 teams, the management of the 4 teams have given way,
yes,
we will bring in, I say we because we're all involved.
Of course, now.
We will bring in a square peg in a square hole for our women, that's the Ibom Angels. We'll bring in a square peg for a square hole for Ibom Youth. Because that's supposed to be like the grassroots. That's supposed to be like the foundation. After that, Dakada, then after that, Akwa United. Is it possible that since we now have the 2 teams, Akwa United and Dakada in the NNL, can we build, then launch onto the NPFL and win next season?
That's what I was about saying. With this dissolution of the board, I'm believing that those that will be brought in to run Akwa United and Dakada will be those that will have the eye on the ball, not just recycling the same people that have failed also, but all that have done their best, not that they failed, but recycling people that have done their best. Let's see a better people, a better visionary leaders that will take Akwa United to the MPFL and return MPFL action to Gospel Akwa Ibom Stadium and Inuyo in general. Then we also see them do very well. Because look at Remo Stars from NNL, they've been consistent.
It's a bottom to top.
Do you understand? So you see, it shows that they were determined, they know what they wanted, and that's what we are praying. Akwa Ibom is a destination as far as sports is concerned, and with this, I believe they will do well.
Well, I am looking forward to having Akwa United back to the MPFL so that the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium will not become a political ground, but a football ground where football is played and glory is brought back home. We have the Super Eagles, of course, sometime in the year they will be coming back to the nest of champions, the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium. So we expect that by then, maybe a lot would have gone well for Akwa United so that there will be hope that they will be back to the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium. And that sits on Fair Play today. Thank you so much for being a part of it. From me, Dianime Uko, it's a good afternoon.
And for me, thank you very much. Let's do it again next week. John Paul Alumina is my name.
Good afternoon.
Stand up, stand up for the champions, stand up for the champions.